Know that aging infrastructure is part of the problem here, but Atlanta News First investigative reporter Sierra Cummings has been digging into the data and audits.
Sierra, you found the city has been warned about its active leaks for years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And of course, with older water systems, issues are bound to come up. But Atlanta's water loss each year is considered very high, and that's according to the city's own inspection of its system. Take a look. Here's Atlanta's water loss by the gallons. 2019, 7.2 billion. 2020, 8.4 billion. By 2022, the water loss surged to 12 billion gallons. That's enough to fill every single tank at the Georgia Aquarium about 1,000 times. We obtained Department of Watershed performance audits for the last few years. Back in 2017, the report presented to City Council, auditors said the department did not implement recommendations to reduce real loss of water. This was after the city was told, quote, an active leak control program would resolve some of the problems. Plus, the city missed the state mandated deadline for it all. Eventually, the city implemented the leak plan. While it helps, it's just a short-term Band-Aid. And in recent years, the city did spend millions of dollars to upgrade the water supply here in Atlanta, creating 90 days worth as backup. We asked the city if they tapped into that supply since the main breaks this weekend. A spokesperson said no. I'm Sierra Cummings, Atlanta News First investigates.
Sierra, thank you. And tonight